Hello YouTube, how's it going? Emergency strat testing Joshimus here, with emergency strat testing content. Last night, a meme crafter sent a very innocuous message in the GTA speedrunning Discord and my San Andreas room in my Discord. That was just a video and no text, but this video and no text is extremely important and may, like, completely upheave the entire speedrun, potentially. Depends how it goes. Here is the video with no message that they sent. I'll play it out for you, and I want you, chat and YouTube comments, to tell me what you notice. Okay, ready? Here we go. There's no sound, so don't worry about it. We're doing some shit at a save marker. And there we go. Did you see it? Did you catch it? Oh, it takes me to the desktop. Nice. Did you see it? This is extremely, extremely weird and extremely, extremely important, and we need to figure this out. Now, I have done some testing last night. As soon as I saw this message and stuff, I immediately fired up a Botimus stream and gave it a shot. But what's happening here, I've seen that clip about 20 times and I still don't know what's going on. So what's happening here is we're not on a mission. We're on mission 0. Totally normal gameplay. Save marker, police bike, right? What we do is we get off of the bike and teleport onto the bike. So this is the teleport onto the bike strat. You may have seen me do this in what is it called? Burning Desire. It's like a thing you can do where there's like an animation cancel. It was a fairly new strat that was discovered. The game's lagging because the USBs on Windows 7 make the game lag. It's a fairly new strat that was discovered where with a bike, this is easiest, but if you stand in the right position, so like, you know when you're near a bike, if you press F, CJ will run to it until he reaches a certain spot, and then he'll actually get on it, right? And what's happening is there's like, there's an area where CJ will like actually get onto the bike. So if you press F, he'll run to it and get on it. But if you stand in that position and press F, CJ doesn't need to run anywhere and just gets on the bike, right? If you're in that position and you throw a throwable weapon and get on the bike at the same time, he teleports onto the bike like this. And you skip the entrance animation. It's obviously a little bit spooky because you can throw the satchel or when I use it in the run, I use it with a Molotov, right? And if I fuck up, I just set the bike on fire and ruin the run. And this, when it was found, it was like, oh, that's cool. That's like a little, cool animation cancel thing. It looks flashy and stuff. It saves like a second or something. Like, how long does it take CJ to get on a bike? Like maybe like a second. 1, 2, yeah, like 1 second. Takes him like a second. So you can save a second roughly by doing this. Like, okay, very cool, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So that's what the video starts with. Seems pretty innocuous and like it doesn't matter. But what happens next is mind-blowing. So we're going onto the... looks like we're trying to get the save marker and teleport onto the bike at the same time, right? So he's doing this. And what happens there... A lot happens really quickly, and it's kind of difficult for me to play this in slow motion with this player, I think. But if you look, we get off the bike, the save marker gets picked up, right? And then he's doing the animation cancel for getting onto the bike, like this. So we animation cancel to get onto the bike, right? We're still on mission 0. And then Vigilante, this all happened in like an instant. Like I paused and unpaused. Yeah, the problem is I don't have, I can try those buttons, but my keyboard is not connected to that computer. I have to, do a bunch of bullshit to connect to this computer. I'll try it. Have I done it? Okay, square bracket. Okay, here. We can watch this at, horrendously slow speed. So we get off, and he teleports on. So what we're trying to do is pick up the save marker and get on the bike at the same time. So if you look, do you see how fast this happens? It's, literally, 1 frame. But he gets onto the bike with the animation cancel after picking up the save thing, and then starts Vigilante, and then this teleport that happens, this is the teleport that the save marker does, right? Because if you pick up the save marker, I need to now connect back to Windows 7. This is the difficulty of using 2 computers. I need to now go back here again. Yep, there's the lag. Because if you think about this, if I walk into the save marker and then we cancel out of it, I've been teleported over here. Do you see? So if I if I cancel this really quickly, you can see, if I pause buffer, you can see how the teleport works. Let's see. Wait for it. I eventually pick up the marker. Okay, this isn't working. Oh, wait. It's a bit hard to demonstrate, but basically you get teleported when you pick up the marker, right? So that's what's happening there. We're picking up the marker, and we're getting teleported. Connecting between two different computers. Right. So we get teleported. So that's obviously the save marker is working, but the save menu never comes up. And we start Vigilante. So if you look here, again, with the... I'm not going to explain on Mission 0, that's out of scope. But if you see, we're on Mission 0 right now, because we have all the markers on the map, right? Then Vigilante gets started, which sets us to on Mission 1, yeah? But then if we watch in slow motion, we get set to on Mission 0, and we still have Vigilante. This is, like, extremely important. This is a Vigilante on Mission 0 setup with save markers. That this is, like, super good. This is, you know that thing I do with the police bike and the phone calls? This is what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to get Vigilante on Mission 0. Yeah, this is really important for lots of reasons. First of all, this seems infinitely repeatable because all you have to do is stand on this marker. Like, it even tries it twice in this video, right? So this seems infinitely repeatable, and you don't have to, like, try it once, then load a save, then run out of the safe house, then go back over and, like, time a 20-second or 15-second phone call to ring at the same time. You just sit there and spam it, right? That's the first thing. The second really important thing is this doesn't need a phone call. This is, like, one of very, very, very few OM0 setups that doesn't require a phone call. No phone call is used in this process. It's a little bit of a red herring, that. I'm burying the lead a little bit, because you still ultimately need a phone call to be able to dupe anything. Because while you have Vigilante OM0, you can't start missions with Vigilante running. Because if you start a mission with Vigilante running, you're doing the 2 mission scripts loading on top of each other 99% of the time. That crashes the game thing, right? So Vigilante, you can't just, like, dupe with this. So you still need to, like, transfer the Vigilante OM0 to an OM0 phone call and then start a mission and then let go of the phone call. So you still kind of need a phone call, right? But the setup doesn't. So if you have, like, a 1-minute phone call, this is still doable, which is sometimes relevant. But in any case, yeah, this being, like, doable anywhere there's an exterior save marker and you have a police bike seems very important. Because previously, your options were, like, Vigilante OM0 with the phone call, which was, like, outside of Los Santos, was absolutely impossible. And then using, like, some special things like trucking or Blood Bowl or bike school or the stadium event, right? Like, those were the only ways to do it. This is, like, doable with any exterior save marker, which there are lots of in the game, right? You've got, hello? USBs, please switch. You have, God, I need to do so much switching every time I switch between things. So you have the exterior save markers. You have one at Catalina's, right? And we have to do on Mission 0 things at Catalina sometimes. So that's pretty relevant. We also get given a police bike. Like, it's in the route. But normally what I do is you get a police bike and you get and you want to get on Mission 0. So what you do is you drive all the way to trucking while trying to get Vigilante OM0. And if you get if you get phone, we need to call it phone call Vigilante OM0. If you get phone call Vigilante OM0, you save a crap ton of time, but otherwise you have to drive all the way to trucking and all the way back, and it's kind of slow. If we can get this to work and we can get it to be consistent, then you can just stay at Catalina's house and get Vigilante save marker OM0, and you don't have to leave or do anything. So that's actually super relevant. There's also an exterior save marker in Angel Pine. That one's less relevant, because you don't have a police bike. And spoilers, I've done some testing of this before. Spoilers, this only really works with a police bike. So you can't really use it in Angel Pine much, but there's not really much we want to like dupe or whatever in Angel Pine, so that's fine anyway. Then obviously the one I'm at right now, which is the garage in San Fierro. Loads of missions you dupe in San Fierro. Like, how many times do I dupe a thing in this marker? I think it's like 3 times. You do Jizzy dupe, Jizzy cutscene dupe. You do Outrider dupe and Torino's Last Flight dupe in the current route. Again, this is the current route. Those are the 3 things we dupe here, so we just do it there. Then you also have the Torino's Ranch save marker, which we do Monster AX in the route, but that needs trucking for reasons. So we can't really do that, but it's still a cool thing. Again, I'm only thinking for any percent route, 100%, all story missions, all that stuff. I have no idea if it affects any of that. Definitive Edition, no idea, right? I'm just thinking about the route I do is the only thing I worry about right now. So yeah, it doesn't really help there. But the one at the Red Dragons Casino, that's another exterior marker, and that's another, like, missions that we dupe happen at the Red Dragons Casino, right? So that would also be potentially really useful, because you have to do, like, 1-minute phone call stuff, and you have to go to bike school, which is, like, all the way over here, and drive back and forth and stuff. So potentially, that might be really useful. This does leave little old Los Santos a bit lost out. There are no exterior save markers in Los Santos. The closest one is Catalina's one. But that's fine because, you know, we have Vigilante phone call on Mission 0 in regular Los Santos. And then in Return to Los Santos, if I get driving school gold medals, we have the stadium event, right? So that's fine. So yeah, potentially this has a lot of ramifications for the route, for like every category of speedrunning that uses dupes, right? But here comes the bad part, right? Here comes the bad part. Those are all the good things. Here are all the bad things. Picking up the save marker, right? Like every other pickup in this game, is cycle-based. So I'm going to have to explain what cycles mean. I don't mean like someone on a push bike or pedaling or whatever. I mean like the game goes through like a cycle of like, okay, do this and then 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 do this. I have... Can someone tell Josh I have messages him about an urgent pie-related matter? This sounds like a meme. Okay, it's not... Okay, hold on. We're going to need to now cease this intro for a second. Okay, there, right. Pause edit here. Okay. All right, back to the intro. What was I saying? Yeah, so this is the part where I have to... Oh, I need to wait for the game to stop lagging. Sorry, Taduva. I'm sorry, Taduva. I tried, Taduva. I'm trying. Okay. So this is the part where I have to explain what cycles mean. Now, when I say cycles, I don't mean like someone on a bike, like pedaling, you know, cycling like that. I mean, like, the game goes through, like, a cycle of, like, okay, do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then do this, right? And round and round and round in like, cycles, right? And when speedrunners complain about it, what we're complaining about is the fact that, like, save markers and bribe stars and weapon pickups and triggers and all sorts of things, they aren't checked every frame. You have to remember that this is a PS2 game, an open-world PS2 game, and lots of optimizations had to happen to make this work, right? And this was like a step up over 3 in Vice City and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. So what happens is that the game doesn't check that you're picking stuff up every single frame. It checks it in cycles. So the reason Vigilante OM0, sorry, for the reason Vigilante phone call OM0 is so arsed to do is because of cycles. The game only checks the phone calls every X milliseconds, right? Every X milliseconds of time elapse, it checks the phone calls on that frame. And what happens is because, you know, we're just humans and we're just doing things whenever we feel like it if I get on and off the bike and try to do Vigilante OM0, maybe like the frame that I start Vigilante here, what happens is we need that to be the right frame that the phone call is also checked. We need the frame to be phone call checked and then Vigilante start. But the phone call is not checked every single frame. It's checked in cycles. It's only checked like, say, every like 30 milliseconds or something. That's a bit low. Every 300 milliseconds. I don't remember the exact number. And that's why it's 1 in 3 chance in Los Santos. Is because 1/3 of the time the game is actually checking if the phone calls should be updated or not. Every like 3rd frame at 25/30 FPS or whatever, that every 3rd frame it actually checks if the phone call is ringing, right? And that's why it's 1 in 3 chance, but also frame perfect. It's also why later the game goes in, it's every 90 seconds in Los Santos. Thank you. Yeah. So every 90 milliseconds, which is every 3rd frame, it checks whether the phone call is being picked up. So that's why it's 1 in 3. This is also why it gets worse over time as the run goes on, because for optimization reasons, the further in the game, for reasons, the further in the game you go, the more stuff is running in the script, the more things the game has to do every frame, right? Because, you know, as you unlock more stuff, it's like, okay, now we need to do, like, you know, all of the, like, the Yale even San Fierro right stuff, and there's more markers to pick up, and, you know, the more mini games, like there's trucking they need to process every frame, and all this other stuff, right? So as the game goes on, there's more and more and more and more things that the game has to check. So to compensate for that, it checks phone calls and other things, but it checks phone calls less and less and less. So in Los Santos, there isn't much happening, so the game checks the phone calls every 3rd frame, right? But then once you go to Badlands and San Fierro, then it only checks every 150 milliseconds, according to a Minecrafter. So then that's like, you know, that's every like 5th frame, right? And then like, by the time you get to Return to Los Santos, it's like every 20th frame or something stupid like that. Like it actually checks whether the phone should ring. Just to try to save on CPU cycles, right? CPU cycles is different from the cycles I'm explaining. I should have said CPU power to make this easier, sorry. Again, PlayStation 2 game. You have to remember that. So, because of that, that means, like, yeah, Vigilante is a real pain in the ass. And sometimes you'll see, like, a speedrunner, like, if I have a wanted star and I drive at, like, max speed for a bribe star, I'm only hitting the bribe star for, like, you know, 5 frames or something like that, right? No game audio. If I drive through, if I have a wanted star and I drive through the bribe star, I'm only hitting it for, like, you know, how many frames am I touching that for, right? It's like, if I get unlucky, the, like, 3 frames that I'm touching the bribe star for, the game doesn't check whether I hit the bribe star or not. Because if it's like, if, like, the first frame, say the first frame I'm here, right? And this is when it checks I'm hitting the bribe star, I'm not hitting it. The next frame I'm here, but it doesn't check. The next frame I'm here, but it doesn't check. The next frame I'm here, and then it checks. If that happens, we just drive straight through the bribe star and don't pick it up, even though we have wanted stars, right? And that's really annoying and shit for speedruns, and it's just pure luck, right? If you're a robot or a TAS or something, of course you can, like, you know, delay yourself 1 frame to make sure you hit it, but humans cannot do this. That is impossible. Like, you can't time yourself like that. And hell, even knowing where in the cycles you are, I don't know if this frame is one that I'm going to pick up the bribe star, or if it's the next 3rd frame or something, right? So that's what we mean when we talk about cycles. This comes into a big effect with me doing the what the fuck how airstrip trick, because I need to buy the save marker, the safe house, and the safe house purchase is only checked every certain frames or whatever, right? So if I get unlucky and I fail the mission before I actually buy the safe house, then, you know, I fail the run. Conversely, if I get unlucky the other way and I'm too early, like the safe house buys instantly before I can fail the mission, I'm also fucked, right? So that's why that trick is scary, because I'm sat there and it's like pure luck. There's a lot of timing and skill to it, but it's also luck. Just like Vigilante phone call OM0, right? It's a lot of skill, but it's also a lot of luck. It's like both things. So anyway, that's what I mean when I say cycles, and that's what speedrunners talk about. And I believe in Vice City it matters a lot. because you can have a replay that's so short that you can't pick up the rampage and stuff like that sometimes. All that sort of stuff. That's what we mean when we talk about cycles. So anyway, bringing this back to this strat, I need to pick up the save marker and then teleport onto the bike and start Vigilante. And like, Vice City checks pickups every 6 frames or so. Yeah, okay. So if your replay isn't exactly 6 frames long, you might not, or like if your replay isn't at least 6 frames long, you might not pick up the rampage. But you obviously don't want it to be long, because then you're wasting time every time you watch it. Anyway, to bring this back to here, what we have to do is we have to pick up the save marker, and then the save marker has to realize we picked it up, and then start doing save marker things at the exact same time that I teleport onto the police bike and start Vigilante. And I believe there are 2 kinds of cycles happening here. There's the save marker, like, pickup, like, how long it, like, you know, when you actually pick up the save marker visually cycle. But then also, the save menu actually happening, I think, is also on cycles. I might be wrong about that. But it's again, it's that pure luck, but also pure skill thing, right? Because I also have to, like, teleport onto the bike and start Vigilante and time all this stuff, right? So what this boils down to is that this is really, really inconsistent. Like, I can try and perform the strat for you now, but it might take so long that it, you know, this has to be edited for the main video. But I'm going to try and do the strat for you now, okay? Here we go. So there, that one, I got off the bike. I'm waiting, and we figured out through testing it's better to wait until you visually pick up the save marker. I visually picked up the save marker, and then I teleported onto the bike and tried to start Vigilante, but I managed to teleport onto the bike, but then I couldn't start Vigilante before the save menu opened. So what happened was the save marker teleported me, as it does when you pick it up, but I'm on the bike. Have you ever seen this before? Like, someone get teleported with a bike like this. Like, this is, like, really fucky, right? So there I was like, the saving happened too quickly for me to get it, right? Let's keep the trying.
Hey girl. Hi. Street's so much better than ramp. Leave me alone.
So that time I got off the bike, and then I teleported back onto the bike before I picked up the save marker. So that time the save marker didn't happen quick enough, right? Yeah, okay. I'm doing this too early now. Yeah, okay. That time I picked up the save marker before I had any time to do anything. Like, I managed to get off the bike and pick up the save marker right as the game checked if I was picking it up or not. So now I just got teleported, like, on foot. Oops. Now I'm just fucking up. See, this is a skill issue. Now I'm not teleporting onto the bike. Why am I not teleporting onto the bike? Hello? Hello? What is happening? There we go. Ah, okay. Okay, this is a bit of a skill issue at the moment. I'm, like, fucking up a lot of these, but yeah, I need to, like, warm up the trick again. Again, I did this a lot last night, but I need to get good at it.
The real problem is people like you. Hey there, my good man. Life couldn't be any worse. Real bad, man. Do you enjoy scout camp?
Damn it.
Hey man. You ever down ollies off the roof? Hey, I'll catch you around.
Oh, I didn't teleport. Oh, that was a really good opportunity to do it, but I didn't teleport. Okay, so this time is the thing that I mean, where there seems to be, like, 2 different cycles happening here. This time, the game registered that I picked up the save marker and it disappeared. But then I teleported onto the bike and started Vigilante. But the save menu didn't happen and I didn't get teleported. So we got the pickup. We got the save marker pickup cycle. We got lucky with that, but we didn't get lucky with the cycle of like actually processing the save menu, right? Like I managed to do all of that before the save menu happened. Again, I'm not sure if that's cycles or if I just did it too quickly in that case or what happened, but something prevented that from working. We need to like do research and figure it out. Okay, so that time I got on the bike again, but didn't have enough time to start Vigilante. A lot of these are skill issue, by the way. If I ever just get back onto the bike normally, that's skill issue. Oops. I just want to do this for demonstration purposes and then actually move on to how I think we fix this. Again, if you're just joining the stream, I recommend going back to the 25-minute mark to watch the beginning of the YouTube intro. This is still the YouTube intro. Vitalkinev has the link. Oh, man. I know to wait for visual pickup. I'm fucking it up. Skill issue. There, I've done it. There we go. So, that time, I got off the bike, I visually picked up the save marker, and then I teleported onto the bike with the strat and started Vigilante, and then the save marker happened. So this here is Vigilante OM0 without a phone call, without anything else, just save marker. There you go. But did you... I don't know how to do if I edited this, but that took quite a lot of time to do. A lot of it was skill issue, and, you know... Just like Vigilante OM0, the better you get at it over time, the more like... It's like... The more times you pass the skill check, the more tries you get at the luck check, right? So if I have like perfect skill, then maybe the luck check isn't that bad. But the skill isn't there yet, right? Because this was discovered last night and I haven't slept much because I was streaming it so late. Right? So maybe we can just... what I'm gonna call raw dog it, and just maybe we can, like, if we get good enough, maybe we can just rock up and fucking do it, you know? Maybe that's a thing that can happen. But what I'm wondering is if we can be, like, bigger brain than this. What if we don't need to rely on luck with the cycles? Because phone calls are a bit hard to time and to know where on the cycle you are, right? Because there's a few things you need, like, okay, if you imagine it like this, if you imagine that let me open a paint window. If you imagine that, like, we have, like, here is a timeline, right? And it's all broken up into frames like this, yeah? Like this. And the save marker is, oh, we need more than that. Hang on, I gotta, hang on, I'll make this bigger. So if you imagine that, like, we're on a timeline like this, right? Imagine that we're on a timeline like this, right? And the timeline is broken up into frames like this, you know? So every block of this is, like, when a frame is processed, yeah? And every, like, you know, a frame, there are, like, 25 frames in a second, right? But let's say that, like, for the sake of testing... Let's say that a frame is 5 seconds. So let's say we're doing 5 FPS, right? For example, just to make this clearer. So every 5 frames, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This frame here, like red equals save marker, right? So this is a frame that the save marker will be processed on, right? So this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here, there should be 4 in between each time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frame. I'm trying not to off by 1 error myself. 4. Frame. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So imagine it's like this, right? Oops. Let me. Oh god, I'm fucking this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frame. So imagine like it's like this, right? So these are all of the frames in which you could pick up a save marker, are these red ones, right? The problem that we have multiple problems, right? The first problem is if I try to get off the bike and pick up the save marker in this frame, right? I land in the save marker on this frame. Yeah? In gameplay, I jump off and I get off the bike and I'm on this frame. And the very next frame, I'm going to pick up the save marker. I have no idea. I have no way of knowing. Last one is 1 frame off. Ah, fuck, it is, yeah. We'll just, there you go. Yes, say I picked up the, fuck. Hang on, let me redo this because that's going to be a pain in the ass to do to edit if I stop myself halfway through like that. Okay. So the red ones are the frames that the save marker is processed, right? So say that I get off the bike, I press F, CJ starts getting off of the bike, and he touches down and becomes on foot exactly on this frame here, right? And then in 2 frames time, I will pick up the save marker, right? So I land on this frame. I have no idea that I landed on this frame, right? I don't know that I did that, and I don't know that in 2 frames time, the save marker will be picked up. I have no way of aligning myself onto this grid, right? That's the first problem, is aligning myself onto the grid. Because I'm a human and I haven't been tracking every single frame since I started the game, I don't know where on this frame chart I am. So the first problem is alignment. The second problem is wait, well, hang on, let me think about this. What was the second problem? The first problem is alignment, and if I can align... Yeah, okay. So the first problem is alignment. I don't know where on this thing I am. The second problem is consistency. Even if I knew that in 2 frames time, I will pick up the save marker, right? Trying to be that consistent or get myself into a setup where it'll be that consistent is really difficult. Because CJ getting off of the bike is a set fixed amount of time and stuff, but me pressing the button and CJ actually doing it is difficult, and me teleporting onto the bike and actually starting Vigilante is a lot of actions. That's a lot of things to have happen. So we need to find some exact replicatable, consistent setup for spending the exact right number of frames to do the action to make sure that we can time it exactly on this one here. So say this is when I get off the bike, and this is when I actually do the trick. That's what we want to do, right? We want to figure this out. The first problem of alignment, right, of figuring out where on this chart we are, the first problem is really easy to solve. Okay, everyone in chat is talking about elephants, but how does elephants help me? If I don't know where I start, how does elephants help? If I'm here and I count 5 elephants, that doesn't help me. I don't know where 5 elephants is either. If you don't know where you start, you won't know where you finish. That doesn't help. But what I figured out last night is we were trying to find a bunch of ways of aligning ourselves to the grid, right? So we were looking at the save marker, watching it rotate. We know that the cycle is 500 milliseconds. So maybe there's a tell in the game that also runs on a similar cycle that we can figure out. And if you look at the save marker, and you watch it rotate, perhaps the save marker's rotation is aligned with this cycle. If you watch it, it does a half rotation every second. If you look at the in-game timer, it does a half rotation every second, right? The problem is it doesn't exactly, because it's actually a bit slower than that. So we found out. But let's pretend that every second the save marker rotates like halfway. So if we know that, and like, so the save marker rotation, like, so like, you know, again, this is 5 FPS. So this is like, this is a second or whatever. This is a second. It should actually be 10 FPS, but never mind. So let's say the save marker rotates, like does a half rotation every 2 save marker process frames, right? So maybe the save marker does a half rotation here and a half rotation here, right? If that's the case, then we can visually look at the save marker and we can align ourselves to the grid based on its visual, right? We could do that. We could see like, okay, exactly when it's facing exactly north, we're here. When it faces exactly south, we're here, right? And then using this knowledge, we can align ourselves onto this grid of onto this timeline. We can align ourselves and we can know when we're going to pick up the save marker. We can figure it out. The problem is this doesn't work. The problem is this doesn't work because, yeah, the save marker doesn't spin once every second or half a spin once every second. It's a bit slower than that. It's more like 1.1 second or something. Because if you sit here and stare at it, if I put it like close to the in-game timer like this, sorry, like this. If you sit here and stare at it, you can see that like the time changes before it's done like a half rotation, right? The timer ticks just before it's completed a full rotation. So that doesn't work. We also have no idea if these two things align at all. Like, for all we know, the save marker could actually be like here, right? Or like here or something. Like, we don't know. We don't know if these two things even align in the game. It stands to reason that when the save marker is created, it begins rotating and it continues rotating the entire time. But maybe if we leave, the save marker freezes in place, and if we come back, it starts rotating again. So these two things might not even be like, they might not even be aligned themselves. We don't know. So that wasn't going to work. We tried just, what if we not even bother with the save marker? What if we just use the in-game timer? Like, the save marker is picked up every 500 milliseconds, right? That's a half a second. Maybe if we look at the in-game timer, like when it tick, 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 you know, every time a second happens, maybe every time a second happens, that's aligned with this grid. So here's like, you know, here's a second, and then here's an in-game second, and then here's an in-game second, right? Maybe it works like that. So maybe we can look at the in-game timer and we can figure out where we are on this grid this way, again, with half precision. So then you could do like double second precision that I do, where I would say like 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. If you keep that rhythm, humans can be fairly decent at keeping a rhythm like that, right? And I have a way to like align myself like that, right? So maybe it'd be possible to figure out where in the cycles we are by doing that. Maybe we can like align ourselves by looking at the in-game timer, counting half seconds, and every time I'm about to say a number, I'm going to pick up the save marker or something.
I like to paint him.
That would be really useful. Problem is, this doesn't work either. So even if, first of all, again, we do not know if the in-game seconds are aligned with this grid. We don't know. Maybe the in-game second happens like here or something, you know, or here. We have no idea. We don't know. But even if it did align, we have a problem where replays fuck with the time of day. So if you see the replay, it's like, sorry, the timer, it's 9, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, right? It ticks every second. If I play a replay like this, we're at 50. We just ticked to 50. If I play a replay, when we come out of the replay, we're at 51, right? Whenever you play a replay, time advances by 1 second. Every time. And that's how that works. Then it's like, okay, Josh, what's the problem? You can advance the in-game timer by 1 second. What's the problem? The problem is, it always skips to the next second. It doesn't, like, add 1,000 milliseconds to the timer. It just finds whatever the next full second is and starts there. So, maybe I'm at the beginning of a second. Like, 4, 5. Maybe I'm at the beginning of a second. When I come out, I'm at the beginning of a second again. But maybe I'm at, like, the end of a second. Like, if I wait one more frame, the timer will tick from 35 to 36. Then if I play a replay, I'm going to go straight to 37. Or sorry, I'm going to go to 36 but then we're only advancing like 1 frame, not like 1,000 milliseconds, right? So if I go like 50, 1, 2, 3, and then wait and then play it, you see we're at 4, right? That was like, it was about to tick to 4, and then I played the replay and we went straight to 4. So we advanced an arbitrary amount of milliseconds forwards in the in-game clock. You don't jump forwards 1,000, you jump forwards to the next full second. So this means that even if the in-game timer did align with the save markers, as soon as we play a replay, we fucked it all up and it's gone, right? And maybe there are other things. There are other things that fuck with the in-game time as well, like missions that set you to a certain time of day and stuff. Maybe they fuck it up and jump to a full second, right? So the in-game timer is not precise at all, and it jumps around loads, so that's useless. So that doesn't work either. Now I'm going to take a water break a second. So then, that's all the testing we did last night. But then, we were like, sorry. Let me try that again, Tanuba, sorry. So then, that's one of the other things we were testing last night. It's like, okay, we can use the in-game timer. No, we could use the rotation of the save marker. No, maybe we can do some other stuff. But we don't know if any of it aligns to the save marker pickup cycle. We have no idea. It could all be random and not under our control. We're trying to find something that aligns to the save marker cycle. We can't figure out. That's when I realize that we're fucking idiots. Chat, look at this graph, right? Do you know what aligns with the save marker cycle? It's on the graph. It's the save marker cycle. We can align to the save marker cycle with the save marker. We're fucking stupid, right? So if we go in like this, and I do this, and I stand here, I'm now aligned with the save marker cycle. I'm aligned with it. What happens is the save marker gets picked up and then processes and then happens. And now we're aligned with it. Right here, I'm paused. And I checked, when you're paused, the save marker cycle is not being processed. So I am perfectly aligned with the save marker cycle right the fuck now, right? So and the best thing is if I come out of this menu and like hold forwards, watch what happens. I come out of the menu and I hold forwards. CJ doesn't start walking for like a few milliseconds or something. There's a time, there's like a wait time where it's like it's fading in, and then once it's done fading in, then you can move, right? So if I walk in, we're aligned to the cycle, I unpause, hold W, and then CJ starts walking like exactly, I don't know, 100 milliseconds later or something. It's probably more than that, right? That means we can get consistently aligned with the save marker cycle by using the save marker. And because of the little fade in thing, like this, I can buffer an input and start moving frame perfectly. If I unpause and hold W, I will start walking forwards at exactly the same number of milliseconds after unpausing every single time. So I am perfectly aligned. I am perfectly aligned with the save marker cycle every time. I will always, unless I hit traffic, I will always bump into that tree. I will always bump into that tree exactly here if I pick up this save marker, right? I will always hit the tree here every single time. I'm aligned with the cycle. We can align ourselves doing it. And yeah, and the slight pause after you the slight wait time after you unpause the game means I can buffer any input I want. Like, I can press buttons and CJ will execute them perfectly every time. Like, he'll always do what I'm doing. I can buffer the input. So again, I'm always gonna hit that wall at exactly the same time relative to the save marker and stuff. It's all about relativity to the save marker. So if we just use the save marker for this, we can... Oh yeah, and another thing, the save marker puts you in a spot in space as well. CJ is always stood exactly there, rotated exactly that way every single time. This is so consistent. We will align to the save marker cycle and be placed in an exact point in space every time. The save marker itself is all we need to align to the save marker. So we've aligned to the save marker. I pick up the save marker here by standing in it. And then, like, you know, this many frames later, I will regain control of CJ. We'll always be here on the save marker cycle. And you can prove that this works by doing something. If I put the bike, if I put it here, for example, like this, and I'll pick this up, and then if I spam W, and if I just spam W, do you see how long it takes me to pick up the save marker? The camera goes whoop, and then zooms on top of CJ's head, and then I pick up the save marker. Do you see how long that takes? If I do that every time, it's the same every time. Do you see this? I'm picking up the save marker at exactly the same time every time. I have aligned to the save marker cycle by doing this. This is like 100% consistent. That's okay. It's a little inconsistent because I mash W. Sorry, I'm saying W. I'm spam F a little bit different every single time. But do you see how consistent this is? Like remember how like random it seems when I walk into the save marker and like how long it takes me to pick it up. Like here it takes that amount of time, but like that time I picked up the save marker like near instantly because I'm at a random point in the save marker cycle. So if I unpause from the save marker and then spam F like this, I will always pick up that save marker at exactly the same time. So using this, we now have an exact consistent setup for picking up the save marker. We will always pick up the save marker at exactly the same time by doing this. So this is all we need. We align to the save marker and then we perform a set of like consistent deterministic actions and then get into the save marker, and I'll always be picking up here. So then using this knowledge, we know that if I do this, I have a few seconds before I pick up the save marker, right? Like we know that by doing this, I have a little bit of time before I pick up the save marker and it gives me time to do the teleport, right? It's all deterministic aligned to the save marker cycle. There's a few problems with this. First of all, you may notice that my bike is now at a different place. If I park the bike differently now, right? Say I park it like all the way back here. This is, oh, that's not going to work, but you know what I mean. Say I park it like here or something. This is not going to work. So we're introducing randomness into this by the position and rotation of the police bike is positioned by a human randomly. We would need to like Ocarina of Time speedrun style find some way of positioning a police bike in an exact same position every time. Or maybe it only needs to be close enough, I don't know. But I don't know what it will be, but there is some setup you can do here using the save marker and CJ's pathfinding to the police bike or anything else to like make a 100% consistent setup to always pick up the save marker at the same time. And if you can always pick up the save marker at the same time, you will always know when you're going to pick up the save marker. And if you can always know when to pick up the save marker, we are removing luck from this occasion. From the occasion, we're removing luck from this trick, right? Luck is no longer a factor. We have aligned to the cycle. We are now like we're task strats, boys, right? We're aligned. We know exactly the frame we're on. It's perfect. So then all that's left is skill. If you remove all the luck from this, it's only skill left. Now the skill in this is going to be finding setups that allow you to do this. Like maybe parking the bike like that doesn't work. Maybe I have to park the bike like this. Maybe if I park the bike like this, like the way that this lines up works every time. I don't know. We'll find out. I could give it a shot. It doesn't, right? See, that time, if I park the bike like that, I do all of this before I pick up the save marker. And that will happen every time because I'm aligned to the save marker cycles when I do this, right? Okay, well, not. I did it a bit faster that time. But yeah, you know what I mean. In theory, it should be like that, right? So the long story short is if you just walk into the marker and try to raw dog this, it's going to be really random. Because you're going to have no idea where in the cycle you are. And it's going to be really shit to try to do this. It's going to be pure luck, right? You could do that. Like, maybe, like I said at the start, maybe the luck factor in this isn't so bad that if you perfect the skill and you do the inputs correctly every time, maybe it's like a 50% chance it works. And if it doesn't work the first time, you just try it again and it's fine. Maybe it's like that. Maybe it ends up like, you know, Los Santos Vigilante, like phone call on Mission Zero that I normally do, where it's like, there's a lot of skill to it, but it's also luck. If I just hit the right frame every time, we have a 1 in 3 chance. Maybe it ends up like that, right? But I see more potential here. I see the ability to remove the luck from this. Unlike the phone call, because the phone call, like I said, it rings on like a 1 in 3 frame cycle or whatever, like a 90 millisecond cycle, right? It rings then, and then you have 20 whole seconds before it rings again. It's really difficult as a human to time a 90 millisecond thing over a 20-second time span. That seems really hard to get that correct, right? We're never going to be able to do that. But this, the time scales we're talking about here are way smaller. It's like the number of frames that happens is way bigger. It's 500 milliseconds. It's every like once every like, you know, half a second. That's way easier to align. I can count half seconds, right? Like 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. I can count half seconds. That's not hard. A phone call coming in once every 90 milliseconds. I can't count 90 milliseconds. That's fucking impossible. I'm never going to be able to do that, right? But 500 milliseconds, you can count that. Humans, we can conceptually conceive of what a half a second is. Not only that, but the save marker itself puts us in an extremely consistent position every time. And all I have to do is, like, you know, hold a button or whatever, or mash a button, and I will do the same things every single time. So, to me, the potential here for big braining this and coming up with a setup that is consistent every single time is way higher than phone call Vigilante OM0 with its 90 millisecond cycles with a 20 to 15 second window, right? This is like, that's like what, like a 3-second window? It takes me like 3 seconds to do it. And I get to buffer an input. I get to buffer the first input. And it's every 500 milliseconds, not every 90. This seems way easier to do. So that's where we are right now, is in my mind, and other people have agreed with me and are trying to find setups for this. In my mind, a consistent, repeatable, doable setup for this is totally possible, and we should totally try to find that, right? And if we can do that, if we can do it for, the setup will be different everywhere, but if we can do it for this marker and this marker over here, just find a consistent setup, this will be really fucking cool. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. There you go. That was my big, long explanation about this strat. That was like an hour of me talking almost. I hope that makes sense, YouTube. I hope you enjoy the video. I don't know what's going to happen in the rest of the video. I am now going to actually sit down and try to figure out some stuff and actually do it. But that explains what's happening and where we are. All right? I hope that helps. All right. Enjoy the rest of the video. God, I need to sit down. Oh my God, I'm so fucking warm. All the shouting and walking around makes me hot. Okay.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the money.
Why did that not get muted? Oh. No. Desk. Bad desk. Thank you, desk. All right. Okay. I'll press that button for when the thing ended. There you go. Right. You sent the video with Vigistart in the Discord, by the way. Okay, let's have a look. Let's find the thing. I'm finding the thing. Here, with Vigistart. Okay, so what's the plan here? What's the plan? So the first video, anime, oh fuck's sake, whatever. The first video, what's the plan here? Let's try to actually figure this out. Fine, fuck it. Crafter. What's the plan here? Crafter. Like, what are we trying to do here? I need, like, instructions. So we go in. We align ourselves to the save marker. And then we... Oh, that looks really annoying. Wait, did I just go to the other video? I think I went to the other video. So, okay, so we walk, so we're walking backwards. We're holding S. I don't know what F5 is. We're walking back. Oh, this is the alignment. This is the alignment. Okay, so post alignment, what's the plan? So we're walking back. And then, like, when are you doing the thing? This doesn't seem very consistent. Like, what reference for then teleporting onto the bike are you using? Like, when you see a lot of the pillar on the right? And is this consistent, Crafter? Like, have you done this, like... Once you see the middle of the bike, that's when you release and you're doing it. Right, okay. You're looking for the middle of the bike. So we look for the middle of the bike, and you do that, and then it works. You did this 6 times? Okay. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is like the setup that we need to find. So here, hopefully, this is like the first of its kind. This might be a consistent, like, save marker alignment setup for this. So where have you parked the bike? Is this the one where you've, like, got the wheel on the... just off the back of it? Yeah, okay. So you park the bike as close to the pillar as possible with the wheel just hanging off the back of this ledge, which seems like a fairly consistent place to be parking the bike. And then you align yourself, you walk backwards like you're holding S, and then as soon as you... The problem with this I don't like is you're bonking the bike every time. But as soon as you see the middle of the bike... Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong point. As soon as you see the middle of the bike, you're trying to teleport onto it and start Vigilante. Yeah, okay. Okay, got it. And this seems consistent. Okay. Let's try this. But isn't getting off the bike more important? No. You need to go watch my hour-long rant about how this works, Glaborski. All right, so let's try this then. Because if this is like a consistent setup, then that just works, right? And then, like, I'm really happy that my theory of how we can align to this, like, works. Please watch vid before this where I position the bike. Which one is that? You have sent many videos. Like, the one at the top of this cluster? Yeah, the one at the top of this cluster is you positioning the bike. Yeah, you've got the rear wheel just barely off the back of it, right? Right? You've parked it next to the pillar and you have the back wheel barely off. I did say that. Yeah. Okay. Oops, not that one. This one. Sorry. Okay, so let's try this then. So against the pillar as much as possible. We have the back wheel just barely off the back. Like there. Right? So we're against the pillar and the back wheel is barely off against the bike. Now we align ourselves to the save marker cycle. And then we walk backwards. As soon as I see the middle of the bike, it can work, you know. It can work. I just need to not have skill issues. Oof. Oof. Okay, right. Hold on. Oh, come on. I'm getting onto the bike too late, I guess.
See, Holmes, I liked it. Can you feel
I just need to be able to start Vigi. This positioning is really annoying.
Hello, Miss.
Align ourselves, hold backwards. I fucked up. I didn't even touch the save marker. It's fine. We can align ourselves again. Try it again. Ah, didn't get it. That's fine. We can align ourselves again. Not quite. This doesn't seem that great. Yeah, ideally we find one where we don't end up pushing the bike, right? Like, the problem with this setup is that it pushes the bike every time you do it.
Hey, handsome.
Hey, lady.
Everything is looking downhill.
It's appalling, I know.
I can't even get it at the moment. I don't know if it's just me or... This may end up that, like, every single person finds their own setup, like, sort of thing. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. Oh, man. I just can't get Vigilante to start. But, you know, provided the setup is good, this is just pure skill issue and there is no luck here, right? If the alignment to the save marker stuff works.
Get going.
¿Qué pasó, güey? That's all right.
How very incisive. My plastic.
And
Hello there.
I haven't had a single success with this yet.
San Piero? See you in my dreams.
Are you just gonna sit there? I got a wheel up my canal. Come on, damn it.
Chat, I just want you to know that, like, everyone is going to be asking constant questions to me today. I will not be answering them. Today is me learning and doing the thing, not answering your questions. Sorry. There are too many, and it will just be a never-ending me answering the same questions over and over again. I'm sorry.
Morons.
It can't happen.
Hiya.
Hi.
Isn't the cod a great club?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Hi, Cuddles.
Ah, come on.
The truth lies within honesty.
Oh, look at you, handsome.
You're killing me back here,
Fucking don't
buddy.
make me want to puke.
That was weird. Man, I get the teleport every time, but I can't get the Vigilante. This is why I wanted the video to have Vigilante start in it, to make sure it was even possible.
Hey, handsome. Not looking good at all.
Spirits have not happened.
Like, is anyone else able to use this setup to do it? Is this just a me issue?
Come on, people.
I just don't get it. I can't ever get it.
A very old father. Out here looking, talking, and telling snitch. We've been club members since I can remember.
It doesn't work for me, man. Does anyone else have success with this?
Why are you stopping?
You're too early? You think I'm getting onto the bike too early?
You guy in accounts is real cute.
Then I can try parking the bike a little further back.
Really burns me up.
No with Vigi input. You think I'm too early with the Vigilante input?
I enjoy being measured by my tailor.
I'm not even getting on the bike now. Maybe I just need to spam Vigilante, even if I end up cancelling it. At least it proves that I'm actually doing it. I mean, I did click it quite a few times.
Floating garbage is nature's artwork.
Like I clicked one quite a few times there, and nothing happened.
I cannot bear myself in any way.
Oops. Like I'm clicking it as fast as I can. I never get it to happen once. It can't be that I'm too early because I'm mashing it. It never works for me.
I'm moving out of my parents' place.
I'm gonna try different bike positions and see what result I can get.
My pimp really loves.
Pardon me.
I'm not even touching it there.
Hello there. ¿Qué pasó ese? Did you watch Law last night? Once ese, pero ya estuvo. Hey buddy, you don't get the lunch or homie. Nice tits. The revolution is coming soon. Hey, honey, wanna come home with me?
Yes, every save marker is gonna have a completely different setup for sure. Yeah, I knew that going in.
Hey, home.
So if I move the bike backwards, then I'm giving the frame the save marker more time to happen. So then it's more likely that I'm gonna get the save marker to open, right?
Guess what?
But yeah, obviously I can only go back so far before I'm not even in the save marker anymore. This doesn't work for me. I just can't get it now. There we go. Finally, man. Alright, okay. So this setup does work. I'm just really struggling to actually fucking do it. Where did I park the bike that time?
Don't stop. Why are you stopping?
Okay, I like parking it aligned with the pillar. That's the second time I've got it with aligned with the pillar. Sorry, and the curb, right? Like, that's the second time I just got it. Fuck.
Real job.
Third time. Okay, there we go. That's it. I've done it. I found the setup that works for me. That's like 3 times in a row that I didn't skill issue it and it worked. Right? Yeah. So for me, I want to park the bike forwards a little bit of where other people are parking it, just because of the way I'm doing things, right? So if I park it like here, align myself. I didn't have the right weapon. Okay. Yeah, that time I was too early. Too early again. But yeah, me being too early here is just skill issue. There, I've done it. Yeah. If I don't... Oh my god, it actually fucking works. It actually fucking works.
What do you think
Jesus.
of the technique?
I actually theory crafted and contributed to a major discovery in this game. I know I didn't come up with the trick in the first place or come up with this exact setup, you know, but the whole idea of using the save marker to align to the save marker cycles, that was me. Like, after lots of theory crafting on stream last night, I actually helped with a thing. I think the last time I helped with a thing of this magnitude was the first time the skip the entire game trick was found. And, like, you know, people were working with that, and I simplified it and made it faster. But yeah. That was Ultra Girl, though? That was your idea? Oh, sorry. Okay, well, whatever. I helped in some way. But yeah, between the 3 of us, a Minecrafter, Ultra Girl, and me on Botimus stream last night, we've actually come up with big brain strat. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, Ultra Girl, you had the idea of aligning to the cycle. Yeah. But I had the idea of using the save marker, like, collecting it to align with the cycle. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm just, like... I'm just here at the precipice of, like, a thing being discovered. And yeah, this setup works. Like, if I just stop skill issuing it, it works. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Hey, Caesar, the Yay leaving San Fierro, right?
Right, but they're using bikes, CJ, and they go cross country.
Not right now. I gotta check into some shit.
The last thing I actually helped with was dating Katie in the new Los Santos route.
Part of the job never gets easier.
This part of the job never gets easier. Now I'm just skill issuing it a lot, I think. I'm doing it too early. Christ.
asshole.
Fucking hell.
I need assistance.
Fucking hell. Fuck me, man. That is intentional, Triada. Why am I responding to chat? I said I wasn't going to do that. Now I can't get it to work. Maybe it needs to be just barely hanging off the edge like this. Maybe that's better. Damn it. Ah, fuck. Oh, now I'm annoyed. Now I can't get it at all. There you go. 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 This can work. This can work. Just need to fucking get good. Like, this setup works. Maybe there is a better setup available, but this one works. You can just get good at it and then do it every time. So rear wheel barely not hanging off the edge like this. Okay, I need to spam Vigilante, it seems, for me to get this.
You see a black man trying to drive?
Sometimes I wish I
Hmm.
I hope you don't mind not shaking hands.
Hey, bro.
Ever ride in an ambulance?
Oh, I just can't get it now.
Your mouth.
There you go. It looks like you can spam Vigilante and it's fine. Because every time I'm spamming, I don't seem to cancel Vigilante. There's enough of a delay to prevent you from fucking yourself, it seems. Yeah, do I have more success with pressing 1 or with pressing middle mouse button? I wonder.
Darling, I've got over here.
¿Qué pasó ese?
Have you felt the love of a woman?
Simone Holmes, lots of times.
Bye, think of me.
Trucha for the one time, Holmes.
Come on, Josh.
This is my barrio, cabrón.
I love sexy cars.
What do you think? You on the road?
Who is this clumsy leva?
There you go. It's not that hard.
Ever worn wannabe?
It's really not that hard. Shit. Faster than Blood Bowl. Yeah, right? That was faster than Blood Bowl. Now, the problem is you do need a police bike. Blood Bowl can be done with any vehicle. This requires a police bike. But there's an easy way to get a police bike. You spawn in and you throw a satchel. And there's always police bikes on the road when you do that. So you can get police bikes fairly easily in San Fierro. police officer bonked me. He got despawned though. There you go. So even with like wanted stars and stuff, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Like you could just steal a police bike. Like that was from Raw. I didn't even have a police bike. But you could just steal a police bike and do the setup with one wanted star while they're attacking you, and it seems fine. Shit, dude. Like, when this sort of thing happens, you're like, oh my god, is it actually going to be a big deal? Maybe this is actually a big deal. Yeah, you can just like actually save as well, right? Like you're on a save marker. I can just like save to get rid of the wanted stars. Like, can I save and align myself at the same time? I can, right? Yeah.
Hi, honey.
How you doing? You know what? I don't need this.
I like this.
There you go. Oh my god, my success rate is getting so fucking high. It's getting so fucking high. The bike parking does not seem that precise. You just need to park it like, you know, next to the pillar. Like, this actually works. Like, you just have to be next to the pillar somehow. Sheesh! That was like second try. Oh my god. Guys. It removes the luck. This removes the luck. And if you can... Like, I have been doing this for like, what? Like 20 minutes or something? You know how good at Vigilante OM0 I am after months of doing it? Or the, like, you know, the teleport to Grove Street thing at the start. You know how good I am at that now? Imagine this after months. Like, it would just be fucking piss easy. It's like totally free. It's like totally free. Oh, right. That I just loaded a broken save file. the game's broken. Oh, wow. I've like fucked up Windows 7. There we go. Yeah, that save file is broken. I knew that. I made that save while on Vigilante. It's fine. I have a backup one. Let's delete the broken one before I load that again. You, come here.
No need for backup, boys. Come on. Ah, it's
Yeah, getting busted is a little bit annoying. You get a police bike like this. Yeah, okay. You get a police bike, hold the gun out. There you go. You come around here, you hold honk. Park the bike. That is not parked correctly. You make a save, walk backwards, switch weapons. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Almost.
You won't get away now, you son of a bitch. Are you gonna
That's too early. I'm doing it too early. Do you see what I mean? Like, those are all skill issues. Like, I'm just not even teleporting onto the bike. Like, I'm just fucking it up. Like, if I were to just get good. If I were to just simply get good, it would work. There you go. Shit, man.
I'm a veterano, ese no joke.
Slow down, damn it! I can't see.
What about Catalina setup? Yeah. Catalina might be easier. So this one is like a pain in the ass, right? Because this safe marker is a pain in the ass. Because if you spawn in, if you walk into it and spawn in, if I just hold S, I don't hit the marker. Do you see? If I just hold walk backwards, you walk past the marker, which is what makes this one really annoying to do. But the Catalina marker, you can just like hold a direction and you will always walk into the safe marker again, so you don't even need to bonk the bike. But here, bonking the bike is necessary.
I'm a one-man gangbuster. I don't need no backup.
Not quite. Terrible. Yeah, this is now just practice. That's way too far forwards. Interesting trick that you found, Josh. Yep.
Officer requesting backup.
'Twas all I.
Darling, I've got
A shot.
I take all of the credits. You know what's funny is the wanted star is actually beneficial here because it blocks the phone calls. And it seems like the police leave you alone if you keep doing this. Shit.
Hey. You know what? I don't have time.
I love the bit where I just throw the satchel and don't actually get on the bike like an idiot. Getting better at it. Like, the more I do it, the better I get at it. For sure. Oh, man. This is so fucking cool. Man. Do you know what the very, 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 very best thing about this strat is, chat? Do you know what the best thing is? Do you know how many times I see 10,000 messages in the San Andreas speedrunning channel in the GTA speedrunning Discord? I see 10,000 messages in there. I go there and everyone is hype about some crazy new strat that's happening. I click on the video of the strat and the video of the strat has a number in the corner and the number in the corner is the frame rate of the game and it goes all up and down and stuff. And then the little old me is in the corner like, hey guys, does this work at 25 FPS? And like, then no, never works at 25 FPS. Do you know what the best thing about this trick is? It doesn't fucking matter what your frame rate is. It just fucking works. Hallelujah. Oh my god. Do you know what's really funny? A Minecrafter is that this is exactly the kind of thing that I was going to have a fucking, you know, bounty. I was thinking about making a bounty reward for. This is exactly the kind of trick I wanted to be found. I was thinking about doing the thing where I like put a like, you know, $100 bounty or whatever on like, you know, new no FPS bullshit world record, and like $100 bounty on like new no FPS bullshit compatible OM0 trick, right? And you've done like literally that, and I didn't even put the bounty up. Hooray! But this is exactly the kind of thing that this fucking game needed to bring, like, you know, no FPS bullshit back into it. This is exactly what we needed. This is fantastic. I will consider giving a Minecrafter... Yeah. I'll give you VIP at least, yeah. You deserve VIP at least. But we could consider giving you more if this turns out to be... Oh, shit. Oh, no, wait. Oh, fuck. There's numbers at the end of your name. There we go. All right, I got it. We can consider actually, like, yeah, I will post humorously. That's when you die, right? Post something. Post give you the bounty I was planning on putting up for the game. Because I wanted to put a bounty up for, like, okay, between the beginning of next year and when GTA 6 releases, anyone who does GTA San Andreas no FPS bullshit things, I'm going to give you money. So this was like exactly what I was dreaming about finding, and you just found it. This is so silly as well. How did you find it again? That should probably be in the video. Like, you should describe how you found it. Because yeah, there's a bunch of ways things like this are found. There's looking at the code and theory crafting things and figuring out, or just having an idea in your head and then like brute force trying it instead of you reading a code. And then there's doing it accidentally. Which one of the three did you do? It has to be one of those three. You was testing alternate Outrider 2X and thought of this and said, no way it will work. Yeah, okay. So it's the second option is the, wait, you were like, wait a minute, have someone tried this and then you tried it and then it worked? It's that option, right? $20 if you do a write-up for joshuas.com. I recommend you read the pinned message and then watch the entire YouTube intro that was like an hour long, Rev_ran, for all of the answers to all of your questions. Yeah, should I put Vital Conneb's link in the actual message? That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. Copy link. There we go. In that. Manually until ends of pins, whatever. Right. Good. Why is the bike wobbling? Am I under the ground a little bit? Okay. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of work to be done, right? Like maybe this setup is like pretty decent and consistent for this save marker, but yeah, then we have Catalina ones to figure out. And then we have Red Dragon's Casino. Those are the three most important ones. And then yeah, optionally you can do Torino's house and Angel Pine. But as I said yesterday on the Botima stream, the problem with external save markers, like exterior save markers, is that all of them are unlocked via story progression. Like, you can't just, like, come over here and buy a safe house at the beginning of the game and do this. It's all through story progression. So the earliest possible time you can do this is upon Badlands unlock, right? That's the earliest possible time. So, like, yeah, early Los Santos still doesn't have this. And Return to Los Santos still doesn't have this, because the closest exterior save marker is up here. Every other save marker is internal in Los Santos. There's nowhere to do it. So you'd have to go all the way to Catalina's house and all the way back, which isn't really viable. So you'd still really be using the using the stadium event to get on Mission 0 in Los Santos, but at least you don't have to go all the way to trucking if you fuck up now. If I'm at the mansion and I fuck up and I lose Vigilante, if I'm at the mansion and I lose OM0 somehow, instead of going all the way down to trucking, instead I can just drive north and go to Catalina's house and do it there instead. Provided I have a police bike, of course. So it just gives more options, which is good. Because, yeah, the mansion is here. It's like, you know, closer to the Catalina safe house than it is to trucking, really. So that's still good. But yeah, so Los Santos isn't that affected by this, but it's the rest of the fucking game that's affected by this, you know? The whole rest of the fucking game. I don't know if this makes any other dupes viable, because there may have been some dupes that take too much time to set up previously. I don't know if it does that. The other issue is that in Los Venturas, how do you get a police bike in Los Venturas? There's that one heist mission that gives you police bikes, but we ain't playing up until that in any percent. So I don't know how you would do this in Los Venturas. But Catalina's house, there's that mission that gives you the police bike. And here you easily, like I said, you can easily get, if you load any garage save and walk forwards, police bikes drive past. Like it's like consistent. The game only has taxis and police bikes loaded when you load a save, it seems. See? So you can just throw a satchel to get a wanted star and then they just come to you. Hold out a gun so they backpedal and shoot you, and then you can get on the bike. And then come here, line up, use the save marker to distract the police. And the wanted star will block the phone calls that you don't want to ring while this is happening. Oh no, I guess you do want a phone call actually, because... You do want a phone call, I guess, because you'll have to use a phone call to transfer this into anything else, but... Whatever, that's fine. You can just save, right? Like, we can just save here. Oops. Like, every time you accidentally throw one, you just save, and it's good again. Maybe just leaving the wanted star is better. I had no idea about gun backpedaling. Yeah, that's how I get onto police bikes so easily in Big Smoke. That's how I'm not afraid to get onto police bikes, right? When I do Big Smoke, I always make sure I either have 2 stars. Like, the way you do it is you either have 2 or more stars, and then police will always try to shoot you. Or if you have 1 star, if you hold a weapon, they'll try to shoot you. So if I throw this, and then switch to fists... They're going to try to punch me. Do you see? They like run up and try to punch me. Do you see? He's like trying to melee me. But if I pull a gun out, he'll start shooting me instead. It's like a script. It's like a thing that the AI has. Like, if you have a gun out, they try to shoot. If you don't, they try to melee you. You see?
I'm gonna get this bastard. Where'd you learn how to throw a punch? Hey. Where do you think
You can like fuck with him. Swapping around, look.
Bring it on.
He's gonna kill me. What happens if I flick it like back and forth really fast? But yeah, so anyway, if you make sure you just hold a gun out when you have 1 wanted star. Oh wow, I got unlucky. It was only taxis. If you make sure you just hold a gun out when you get onto the bike, he'll backpedal away and you can get on it and he won't be able to bust you. If you do this without holding a gun out... Oh, again, I didn't get one. I didn't get a police bike. Getting unlucky here. There we go. Yeah, if you don't hold a gun out when you do this, he's just going to bust you. Well, sometimes, unless he does that. But, you know, it's much higher chance he busts you. So, yeah. Anyway, that's, like, totally irrelevant for what's happening. I wanted to do this.
I need backup here. I've got you in my sight.
I've never tried doing this before, but yeah, you can make the police do stupid shit.
Police brutality? I'm going after him. Run now. Where do you think you're going? I'm ready when you are, pussy. This one's mine. Got you. You want to fight?
Anyway, yeah, so insane new strat was discovered and I'm fucking around with police. Hello, officer. Oops. Yeah, see there, I didn't hold the gun out. If the honk didn't save me, I would have got busted just then.
Some help in getting this guy would be nice. Damn it.
My pay goes to Alamo. Shoot for the center mass. I'm a one-man gang, but
Avoid damage in USJ runs. Now, what's the problem with USJ runs and that idea? Nothing.
I could use
Again, this only works with 1 star. This doesn't work with any more.
Just shut up.
The way to avoid damage on 1 star is to not hold a gun. You don't need to do any, like, gun flicking bullshit. Right? You don't need to do any, like, you know, gun flicking bullshit. You just don't hold a gun. Full stop. And they won't shoot you.
You little punk.
Like, you are very overthinking this, chat. There are 2 states. Holding gun and not holding gun. There's no reason to flick. The flicking is just silly. What's next? Catalina or Outrider? Catalina, I guess. I guess I should try that sometime. I want to get good at this one first before I do the Catalina one. Yeah, okay. Having, like... Oh, shit. Having the satchels just as my weapon on the safe file makes this a lot easier.
I don't need no backup. I'll kick your daddy ass. Peel this and let's go home. Just you and me, punk.
There you go. It takes me a little bit of time, but I can do it. And again, this is the sort of thing, like with the teleport to the start of the game strat, this is the sort of thing that people will judge on, like, people's day 1 performance. Like, oh man, it takes Josh like 10 tries to be able to do it. Oh, it's strat shit. But what you don't understand is if you remove luck from it, it's just all skill. Like, I just need to... Oh, I still have alerts muted, sorry. It's just all skill, right? Like, I just need to... If we do it for like a week or a month or a year, you know, you're going to be like perfect at it by the end of it. Like, skill... The success rate only ever increases, right? Especially when there's no luck involved. It's only ever going to increase. Vigilante OM0 is so shit. Ah, I agree, need 3 FPS. All right, should we move on to Catalina ones? Let's do that, shall we?
Hey, thanks.
Marcel
why is there a timer
PEK just
even?
resubscribed for 15 months. What a day to have been subscribed for 15 months, Josh Romek.
Let me find Badlands. Against all odds, OM0 with LS duped. Oops, delete that. Yes. Right. It says PS69, but it's not.
Oh, hey, thanks.
There's the police bike. Yeah,
Vital
okay, cool.
Kanev just resubscribed for 16 months. Vincenzo will look after you. If you need some money, ask him. You need a job.
I'm gonna mute
Lucky
alerts
he'll
again
take
so I can
care
do
of
this
you.
for the YouTube video.
What more could a family guy ask for? Even my son done got it so good.
Muting alerts again. We'll do this. We'll do a little YouTube bit here. Okay, so hello again, YouTube. So we're done with San Fierro for a bit. I was starting to get good at it, but you know, again, with more than like 30 minutes practice, you know, an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year, you know, the success rate is only ever going to climb as people get better and better at doing this. You know, like Vigilante, Phonecall OM0, which we're going to have to call it now. Phonecall Vigilante OM0, I got pretty good at. The skip to the start of the skip to Grove Street at the start of the game thing, I've got pretty good at. This, I'm only going to get better at. So my success rate isn't great with the San Fierro one right now, but we'll get better at it. Let's move on to the Catalina one. So the Catalina save marker. Whoops, I shouldn't have pressed that button. The Catalina save marker is going to work differently, for sure, right? If I can get my keyboard and mouse connected. I fucked up. Hold on to do Come on, keyboard and mouse. You can do it. Come on, USBs. Come on, USBs. We can do it. Come on, USBs. Come on. Go, USBs. Hey, up. There they go. Fucking. That's the one thing I don't like about Windows 7 is the speed at which it reconnects USB devices. Right, let me try this again. So now we can move on to the Catalina one. Now, the thing with the Catalina one is the save marker works very differently, right? So if I walk into this one, it puts us here. Yeah? So I can just walk to the right, and I will, theoretically, I should pick up the save marker every single time. If I do this right. Yeah, I pick up at the same point every single time. The phone call is a problem. I'm just going to answer these to get rid of them. So yeah, if I can, if we align ourselves this way, yes, it looks like this does work, right? It's like every time I'm about to hit the fence is when I pick up the save marker. So this is consistent. So alignment is easy with this one. You just hold right. So I would say that we park, just like off the top of my head, I would say we park the police bike against the fence and we try to do it that way. Because this alignment, like, works quite well, actually. So I'm going to guess that's what other people's setups are. Let me just quickly have a look. No, other people are putting the police bike next to the save marker. So my assumption is wrong. So next to the save marker. Okay. Sorry, I'm just watching videos in the background. Next to the save marker. And then you can do it. Okay, so let's try this. So this is gonna be slightly different to the other one. So let's see if I can actually achieve this one time. So I'm gonna park next to the save marker. I'm gonna pull out. We don't have satchels. Oh, I don't have satchels yet. Whoops. Okay. Now that I'm pretty sure in my route I would have satchels by this point, right? Because I do get satchels. Don't I? Yeah, when I get the police bike, I get satchels. So thankfully, we don't need to do any weapon rerouting to make sure I have satchels here. Because normally I come over here, I park my police bike here, grab these satchels while, like, you know, Catalina is doing a big set piece with the police here on this intersection, right? So we should have satchels on this save file. So that's okay. We can just do that quick. Let's go back over. Now, for practice sake, I'm answering the phone calls, but in reality, you would need to keep the phone call, so that would, like, keep interrupting you, but you can't just, like, start and cancel Vigilante to give yourself 15 seconds of no phone calls. And don't worry about that police bike there, by the way. This save file is a practice save file, and it has a police bike spawn here to make it so you can practice strats and stuff. Right. So we're going to align. Yeah, okay. So I got the teleport first try, but we need to start the Vigilante. Yeah, okay. So annoyingly, this is like a bit difficult to line up every time. Yeah, because every time you teleport here, you have to like realign the bike, which takes a moment. There you go. How long did that take me? That's like nothing, right? Like, we probably could have kept all of that in the actual edited video. That did not take that long. So yeah, so the concept of using the save marker to align yourself to the to the using the save marker to align yourself to the save marker cycles is a really fucking good idea, and it just works. And it's like repeatable and doable at like other places. This is fucking fantastic. This is so fucking good, chat. Holy shit. No more driving all the way to fucking trucking. You just stand here and do this until you get it with the police bike. No more vigilante phone call on Mission Zero bullshit outside of Los Santos. This is so good. Who knows what else could be done with this? I had the realization yesterday, by the way, that if I load this save file, I had the realization yesterday that that if you have a phone call, which we will, what you could do is you can do this setup, get Vigilante OM0, transfer it to a phone call, and then do the setup again and transfer it to Vigilante. It would just be like difficult to do. So you could, in theory, get an on Mission Zero phone call and an on Mission Zero Vigilante at the same time. And then I got hyped that that would mean we could triple missions instead of duping them. But then, yeah, then I was reminded that you can't start missions with Vigilante running, so you can't use this to do triples or anything. But it may be relevant that we can get an on Mission Zero phone call and on Mission Zero Vigilante. I'm not sure. We could do that in the past. There are various ways of doing it in the past, but maybe that also comes up. That might be important to remember. And if this is one of those things that's like, this is one of those glitches that's found and looks really cool, but this is like a puzzle piece. Do you remember how I described discovering strats as like the community building a jigsaw puzzle together, right? Previously, people had found the jigsaw puzzle that you can teleport onto bikes with throwable weapons. With throwable weapons and a bike, you can teleport onto it, right? And this seemed like an inconsequential puzzle piece. Like, oh yeah, okay, cool. You can like save a second every time you get on a bike, I guess. That's nice. Looks flashy and stuff. But it turns out this puzzle piece, like, let us then connect another puzzle piece, which was fucking save marker Vigilante OM0, right? Because this doesn't work without teleporting. You don't have enough time to get back on the bike after picking up the save marker without teleporting. So this is like, it's like an inconsequential piece of knowledge and discovery that leads to something much bigger in the future. So maybe the fact that we could use this to get phone call OM0 and Vigilante OM0 at the same time, maybe that doesn't matter now, but maybe in the future that turns into like a really important thing. Who knows? But like, all of these little discoveries are just so important. We're just filling in the jigsaw puzzle one piece at a time. And yeah, who knows what that piece you put down, who knows what other pieces it will let you put down, right? The game just gets slowly more solved over time as people like work on things. This is so fucking cool. This is such like an additional little thing. Cool. All right, has anyone done Los Venturas yet? Have we found a setup for Los Venturas? I'm gonna try this one a bit more and see if I can get good at this, YouTube. Oops. What am I doing? Failing to get on the bike. LV is locked. But you still have the save marker. Do you not? The save marker is unlocked by answering the phone call that shows you Red Dragon's Casino. You still get the save marker. I have to avoid it in my runs, and I save in it and stuff. I turned the alerts back on, by the way. Sorry, guys. You can do alerts again if you want. Sorry I had them muted for so long.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Crazy Glitch just resubscribed for 2 months.
Crazy Glitch. What a name.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Oak Shiba just resubscribed for 30 months. Hi YouTube.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Recall just resubscribed for 63 months. Weird names all around.
Thanks, OK Shipper for 30 months of Tier 1 and Rekel for 63 months of Tier 1 as well. Hello. Oops. There may be ways of getting a police bike into an interior, but they're all going to be like slow and painful and not worth doing in a any percent run, right? The bike is too close to the save marker, I think. Whoops. Whoops. We're gonna need more satchels.
Oh, hey, thanks.
QKZ just resubscribed for 36 months. Choo choo.
Not teleporting on the bike. It's too far, I think. Yeah, my problem is I'm not teleporting on the bike at all. Hmm. Yeah, that's better. There you go. I can get it. Yeah, so it needs to be like just barely not touching the save marker is what I would say. Just barely not touching it. Yeah, just barely not touching it is good. But annoyingly, it's so good that it keeps teleporting me and then I have to redo it. Maybe I want just barely yes touching it. Just barely touching it. The save marker is tickling the police bike. Yeah, now I'm too soon. Hmm. Oops. Hmm. I'm like mashing it and it doesn't start sometimes.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Dosamp just resubscribed for 17 months.
Wonder why it
Hooray
doesn't
for
work,
hands-free criminal hunting.
I don't understand why I sometimes can't start Vigilante, like if it's a skill issue or what. Because from what you say, Crafter, is that like if you do teleport, it means you could have done it, right? It just means I'm starting Vigilante at the wrong time. But I'm mashing it. Like, how can I be starting it at the wrong time? Like... Yeah, maybe I should just be good at getting good at timing it instead of mashing it. Like, I need to get good at timing it. Just one click. I need to just click at the right time.
Copa Capelt just subscribed.
Sorry guys, I know I'm just like blanking on all the subs and stuff. I'm just trying to do this. I have the most success just mashing. But that's so like, you know, small brain. I don't know how FPS bullshit helps with this. Alright, Crafter, see you later. Hmm. I just don't understand when to push Vigilante. I don't know when to push Vigilante. That's the problem I'm having. Is it like before I'm even on the bike? It is like immediately by the looks of it. As soon as you're on the bike. That's not what's happening in the video. Let me show you. Oh, well, I don't even need to do anything crazy. Look at this. Look at this frame. That question mark 226 is Crafter's thingy mission for start button. Side mission. It's Vigilante. It's Vigilante. They are not on the bike. If I go forwards one frame, they are now not pressing the button and they are on the bike. Come on, throat. It seems to me that they attempt to do the strat and then press the button now before they're ever on the bike. That's the wrong one. I want the Catalina one. Let's get the Catalina one real quick. Here's the Catalina one. I know it's squished, but just roll with it. They release when on the bike. Right, yeah, it's the release that matters here. So maybe holding one is the key. Can I just hold one and then release? I can. Or can I? Holding one. No, it doesn't work. Oh wait, it does work. It does work. It does work. It does work. Okay, so I get off the bike. I'm holding one. A teleport, release. I'm on Vigilante. It does work. Okay, so maybe holding one is the key here. So align myself. Walk to the right, hold one. Teleport, let go of one. Too soon. Align. Oh. Okay, align. Walk right, hold one. I let go way too early. I can't I can't vocalize what I'm doing fast enough. Let me just not bother vocalizing. I hope you understand. Fuck. Holding 1 is fucking with me. Okay, it's because I have 1 satchel left. Oh yeah. Can't even do the thing now. I can't even get on the fucking bike. Hold on. Why am I struggling with that so much? I need to just practice this a minute. About when you release it, right? So I can go like that. I can go. What I'm doing is I can press F left click, hold 1, wait a sec, release what, not a second, but wait, release 1. I think that's the way I want to do it, maybe. Whoops. Now I'm holding left click as well. Why am I doing that? Yeah, and try to start Vigilante as early as possible. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try that. I gotta be faster. I have to release it faster. I'm not teleporting anymore. Why am I not teleporting? Finally. It has to be before I teleport. What am I doing, man? Why am I not teleporting? Maybe I need to go back a bit. Yeah, it needs to be back a little bit, yeah. It needs to be like a bit rearward of the save marker. Okay, we're getting somewhere, right. Park the bike back a little bit. Yeah, because I want to exit on the back of the thing. I want CJ to be stood on the towards camera half of the save marker. Oh, I swear I'm... Ah, man. I think I'm releasing it too late. There you go. There you go. There you fucking go. All right. Okay. 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 Here you fucking go. No mashing. No random. That's me just actually hitting the frame. Come on. Yes. Yes. Twice in a row. That's the first time I've ever done it twice in a row. Okay. Come on. Bike is too close, perhaps? Okay, okay, okay. Now I'm teleport. I'm like, there's two things that I have to do. I have to teleport onto the bike, and I have to start Vigilante at the right time. And getting the timing of both of those things is I'm struggling. Okay. Earlier with Vigilante. Earlier with Vigilante. That might have been too early. So frustrating doing it twice in a row. And then not being able to do it at all. But supposedly, if I get teleported, it means I could have done it. So all of those are skill issues. Every time I get teleported, I could have done it, I got skill issued. That was too far away. Like, that bike was too far away because the save menu opened. I keep panicking reverting back to mashing. But you shouldn't have to mash. You should just be able to time this right. man. I just can't start Vigilante at the right time. I just can't do it. I think, yeah, I'm starting Vigilante too early. Bike is too far backwards. I just can't think of a setup that I like. Like, I can hold one and release it at the right time, but... now I'm just not releasing one at the right time. I think I prefer the holding one methods. But I just need to find, like, when to let go. I'm just doing it too quickly. I'm a little busy, Alola. Can you send me a clip? I want to kind of do this for... I'm trying to figure out the timing. Ah, for fuck's sake. Why does it just not work for me? I can't ever release Vigilante at the right time. How did I do it those 2 times in a row and I've never been able to do it since? I keep, like, every time I get teleported like that, the strat worked. I just didn't do it correctly. I just didn't, sorry, I didn't start Vigilante at the right time. Sorry. Like, every time I get teleported... No, well, now this isn't working. Every time I get teleported, everything else is correct. I'm just not letting go. I'm not letting go of Vigilante at the right time. I tried every which way, Bubbles. I've tried every which way. fucking... Why does it not happen? Ah, I just don't understand. Right. Let's just, instead of just sending it every time, let's try and do something, Josh. Let's try and do it as late as you possibly can and see what happens. Do it as late as you possibly can. As late as you dare. That was not as late as you dare, Josh. Well, I had it then. Just Vigilante was on the screen. Okay, that was like after I teleported, I let go of it, I felt like. Yeah, that's way too late. Okay, so we can do it way too late. Can I do it way too early? That is nowhere near the marker, Josh. Thank you, Lola. Okay. Earlier seems better. No, because now I'm not starting Vigilante at all. Yeah, I'm not starting Vigilante at all. Even when I don't actually do the trick correctly. That's too early. I'm not teleporting on. Hmm. Come on, man. Oh, this is so annoying knowing that this is a skill issue. Like, we've got all the hard work done. I just can't fucking time it. So frustrating. That's way too far forward, Josh. What are you hoping for here? The smile and optimism is gone because I'm trying to concentrate and I'm getting frustrated with myself. The strat is good. I just can't execute it. Everyone else seems to be able to execute it. I can't. I don't understand why I can't fucking do this. This is really frustrating. Like, I just can't start Vigilante at the right time, no matter what I try. And like, I'm just reduced to just mashing Vigilante and hoping I hit the right time. But that's not how this should work. It should just be pure skill. Ay, ay, ay. I haven't done it a single time with holding the button beforehand. Come on. Oh, I just can't do it. Why can't I do this, man? I'm trying so many different methods of like timing Vigilante and I can't get it to work. I can preemptively hold one the entire time and attempt to release it at the right time. Doesn't work. I can do the setup and then just like hold and then release one really quickly. Doesn't work. I can do the whole setup and cap one and do it and it doesn't work. I can teleport, then hold, then release. That doesn't work. I just can't find any method of timing this that works. Fuck, man. Oh, I thought I had it then. Yeah, spamming I've already done, but spamming is not consistent. Spamming is adding luck back into it. And we shouldn't need to do that. This should be wholly and completely consistent. I haven't parked the bike in the right place. Okay, if CJ just froze the satchel, I'm not in the correct place. Like, again, every time I do that teleport, every time I teleport with the police bike and the save marker, the save menu does not open, every time that happens, I could have done it. I just didn't start Vigilante at the right time. Like, my failure rate is so high on just that one part of the trick. Everything else I can do. Ay, ay, ay. Like... Oh, right, I keep forgetting that. Okay, I'm now just not parking the bike in the right place. I'm like trying to find some sort of visual indicator for when to let go of one, and I just can't do it. Use bumper cam and look for camera change? Maybe. That is quite a substantial change, but that would get really fucking annoying. think I'm releasing it too early. Okay. I'll try releasing it later. By the way, chat, if I'm not responding to your random suggestion, it's because no. And if I'm responding to Ultra Girl, it's because she actually knows what the fuck she's talking about. There are like 4 people on Earth who actually know what the fuck they're talking about with this strat right now, and if you're not one of them, no. Okay. I don't understand any kind of reference for when to release it at all. Visual, input based, like, everything I'm trying just doesn't work. A few frames after F. Yeah, I'm releasing it at the same time, aren't I? Maybe I need to not be holding it. Maybe I do need to, like, try to press it after. But I've already tried this. But that seems like it's a better bet. Okay. So it definitely seems like teleport and then press 1 seems like my best bet. Because I haven't had any success with holding the button preemptively. Like, holding the button preemptively just does not work. But finally I get one. After a really dry streak. Hilariously, now I'm like not timing the teleport correctly. In phone call. But I seem to struggle with that. Fuck's sake, man. Okay. There's a second one at last. Yeah, I was way out. What am I doing? Just going back to fucking mashing again. How was I doing it in San Fierro? Like, what was I doing, right? I don't even remember what it was I was doing there now. Was I just mashing in San Fierro? Okay. Okay. If I teleport and then I press 1 on my keyboard, but in my head, like, I can, like, what I can do is I can push the button and then mash, right? Like this, quick as possible, like that. That's the fastest my hands will move. If I do that, I'm too early. If I'm lazy with it and do like that, I seem to be able to time it right, because that's just what happened. In my head, I was like, okay, try pressing 1 lazily, like, not urgent, just like, combo, then 1, right, like, slowly. Like, just slow the inputs down. Like, too close to the marker. Like, maybe doing it slowly works. I'm more of a go-on-feel person, Ultra. I don't know how much looking at a thing helps me. Like, I want to just be able to, like, feel it out. And just have the muscle memory for it. Yes, look, there, I finally did it right. Okay, yeah. If I lazily do the thing and then press 1, I don't do it as fast as I physically can. I'm just like, yeah, as fast as it feels natural, right? Then I can do it. It's the same as when I do the what the fuck how airstrip. When I do what the fuck how airstrip, I have to go, I take a breath, calm down, and then just go, right? Because if I go, like that, as fast as possible, it doesn't work. I have to, like, like, lazily, like, calmly do it. If I calmly do it, I can do it. I just have to calm. If I actually get the strat to work. Like, if the save menu opens, then the Vigilante timing didn't matter. It was the other stuff that was the problem. Right, calm. Yeah, calm, brother. Yeah. Now, of course, I can't do it. Now, of course, this idea doesn't work. My bike's not in the right place. Because for me, it's like I can sit here and look at a video and be like, oh yes, exactly 7 frames after doing this, I need to release the... That doesn't help me, right? I do everything based on feel and muscle memory. I need to just find some way in my head of like, okay, this is how I time it. Vigilante OM0, the way I time Vigilante OM0 is I look at CJ's feet. I do this, And as soon as he stood on the ground properly is when I let go of it. Like, I just have the muscle memory for that. Right? Like, it just happens on its own now, right? I can, like, do Vigilante without thinking about it. But originally, I was looking at CJ's feet. Here, I don't have any muscle memory for this, so I can't just do it. So I'm trying to find some kind of frame of reference. Whether it be a CJ animation I'm looking out for that I then react to, or what. But, like, these things can't be, like... I can't just, like, look at a slowdown video and do it. It has to be just, like, a feel thing. It's just a lot of trial and error. I'm, like, trying lots of different things. But I already did that, Ultra Girl. I looked at at Crafter's videos. I've already done that step. I already know I can't say the word. Theoretically, there we go, I said it. I know what to do. I already know what I'm trying to do. What am I doing? I didn't even align myself properly. Bike's not in the right place. Silent patch just shouldn't make any difference. I think we're getting to the point where I'm kind of done with this. Like, I think I've reached like practice saturation, and anything else now is just I'm not really learning anything. This might just take some time to get good at, you know? I'm just happy that there is like a theory for making this work and other people can do it. I'm just like struggling to get the timing right. That has to be the earliest. I'm going to suggest a thing for Josh to do that I've ever seen, Shane Boo. Like, I even, like, vaguely began winding the stream down, and you're like, MMW run. Can you not? No, the thing I'm doing after this is I'm continuing my Guild Wars Reborn Nuzlocke. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. The thing is, I'm not going to have any time to practice this tomorrow because I need to do stunt jump practice for Ben's GTU run marathon. So I'm not going to be able to practice this tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm not going to be streaming. And then Monday, I normally have my day off. So then the earliest I'm going to get back to this is Tuesday. So maybe people have worked on this while I'm away and stuff, but it's going to be a while before I get to attempt this again. Yeah, Sunday is F1 finale, and I there's a potential that I might miss it, which upsets me. I might have to watch it on like a delay. But we'll see. Good luck trying not to be spoiled. I won't be home, and then I will come home and immediately just start watching it and not doing anything else. Yeah, a script would be really useful. Isn't there a script for Vigilante OM0? I never actually ended up using that one. But a script for this that like tells you if you're late or not would be really cool. For sure. Set your phone to flight mode in such cases? Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I might actually try it. Okay, well anyway. Yeah, I'm struggling to get the timing. Maybe maybe Amin Crafter makes a script, a practice script to try this and learn it. That would be like really helpful. The strat is really cool. I'm glad we've got it in a theoretical, like, functions 100% consistently time thing. Which is really good. It's just like the timing is difficult because there's a lot of things you need to time for this, and it is like frame perfect. So, but you know, I could do Vigilante phone call on Mission 0 for like, and that's frame perfect. So. It's not like, again, like I've been stressing, it might seem arse at the moment, but that's because we haven't had time to like practice it and get good at it. If we could just get good at this, this would be like so unbelievably free. Like, because you've removed the randomness by doing this. It's all just skill now. So, yeah, that'll be good. But, yeah, I'm annoyed that like I'm really struggling to find any kind of consistent timing setup. Like the one I was doing in San Fierro, I was just mashing or whatever, right? And that's just dumb luck whether I hit it or not. So this one, I'm trying to get, like, find a consistent timing thing for me to do it, but I can't seem to get it there. But maybe with the tool and, like, you know, a couple more days research by other people, maybe we do get there. But, yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, it all works. I haven't done the Los Venturas one. Sorry, Alola. If you want to see the Los Venturas version, go to a Lola Girly stream. I guess I can raid a Lola Girly at the end of this. Actually, no, I can't. I'm going to continue streaming. What am I saying? Anyway, YouTube, thanks a lot for watching. Sorry this doesn't have an exciting conclusion at the end of it, but by the time you watch this on YouTube, if you go to my Twitch channel, I will probably be doing runs with this. And then you can ask me like, hey, Josh, in the future, does this work now? And I can tell you yes or no. Because, you know, like I said, the teleport to Grove Street thing worked out, and we just do that every time now, and it's fine. So maybe this will work out. But yeah, we'll have to see. Alright. Well, anyway, I want to do one last one for the ending. But yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, YouTube. Specifically, just YouTube, not Twitch chat. I'll see you in the next exciting random strat testing video, YouTube. Don't know how this always happens. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, YouTube. Thank you to these joshua.com members. And I'll see you in the next one, YouTube. Goodbye, specifically YouTube and not Twitch.